This is an explanation to some of the questions in section 10 of test 10 on page 924 of the official SAT study guide. So this should cover some of the main grammar rules that they're going to test in the SAT writing section. This section is always last, the 10-minute writing section. It always has 14 questions, and they do become more difficult as the section progresses, so you want to keep that in mind. So let's check out the first sentence. What I do when I read the sentence is I try to identify anything that sounds off in the sentence, and I try to make some kind of indication of how I would fix the problem. So this one will be on the easier side because it's the first question. So it says, to fear the act of impeachment and to think of it, that it. So this always already strikes me as odd because we have it, that it. So I know that's weird, so then I'm going to just move on. I'm just going to reread the beginning of the sentence for your benefit. To fear the act of impeachment and to think of it, that it threatens the presidential office, is to be misinformed about the Constitution and ignorant of the law. So we can get rid of A because we know A is awkward and excessively wordy. It unnecessarily repeats it. We pretty much want a sentence that just gets rid of this part of the original sentence, that gets rid of that it, because the sentence works pretty well if we just get rid of that. Okay, let's check out the corrections. I can kind of sense already that it as is going to be part of the correction because we have this sentence, this part of a sentence, think of it as, that comes to mind for me. So I like B. So I'm going to read it into the sentence. To fear the act of impeachment and to think of it as a threat to the presidency is to be misinformed about the Constitution and ignorant of the law. That sounds good to me. I would just read in the rest of them and see if any of them sound better. To fear the act of impeachment and to think of it that, same problem. You can have it and that. To fear the act of impeachment and to think of it as it were a threat at the presidency is to be, D is not terrible, but it's much too wordy and unnecessarily so. And then let's check out E. To fear the act of impeachment and to think of it as if it were like a threat to the presidency. This is excessively wordy. It's not necessary to have all of these conditional statements in here. B is the best choice because it's brief and clear and it doesn't include needless words.